Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever we are. Oh man, it's 11:11. I'll make a quick wish. Morning dust, hi Greek, Shinvu, Flower the Talking Flower. Who else? We got White Dove. Uki's trying to make a bakery in his Animal Crossing. He needs a brown simple panel for the shelves. I do not have that. I wish I could help. Great to be back there from Los Angeles County. Nice, Kev. Good to see you. It's a great time of day. Hey, the sun is coming out, right, Greek? I'm sure you can see the weather clearing up over there in Vancouver, too. Hi, Cookie. Good to see everyone. Hopefully we all had a good day yesterday. Sammy definitely did. His bike is beautiful. And then since we were in the city anyways, oh, look at this. Happy birthday to us. Oh, mama. 2 years together already. What a great start to the stream. Aw. Yeah, 2 years. Happy birthday to us indeed. Thank you so much for everything. I know that, yeah, you're a viewer that is affected by the time zones, right? Because they're in Europe. But thank you so much for always tucking yourself into bed and still like watching on your phone. Oh, I love it. I hope you and Papa are good. Yeah, Sam has every single egg lit outside right now. Oh, thanks, Sammy, for the 1,000 biddies. So every single egg is lit outside right now. He's burning them off. And yeah, we're smoking out the neighborhood. Just shake my head. His evil laugh.
The large is at 700?
700 Fahrenheit, the large egg.
Sorry, the extra large is at 700.
The extra large?
The large is at 500, and the mini max is at, I think, 6.
Yeah, it's great to have warm weather. We've had rain for like the past 3 days, but now that it's gonna be sunny, well, everything's gonna sprout up again, right? It's just only after 7 p.m. now. Yeah, that's actually not too bad then. I know that this time when I start is so much better for all of you Europeans, so I'm happy that I did that with the schedule. Okay, so doing some fun stuff today. A couple of actually pretty easy dishes. I didn't want to do a super long stream as we did some pretty in-depth dishes earlier this week. And well, we have a long weekend today, and since the weather is nice and Sam just got his bike, we want to go for a bike ride later. So nice simple lunch today, do a little bit of gardening, do our first pick of lettuce greens. So excited. Yeah, foraging for the coveted morels. So Zach brought over all of those oyster mushrooms. Oh man. So I went over those last night too. I was busy last night still. Cleaned them all up. There were a few wormy ones, but we're learning. And yeah, probably got like a good 3 pounds worth of oyster mushrooms foraged off of his property. I'm glad he didn't give up. Curious how I'll pickle my onions. You did this as well. Yeah, 3 pounds. So we're gonna dry some of them in the dehydrator, and then I think how I will do some in the sous vide, and that way they can stay pasteurized. And that's such a good way is you can actually freeze mushrooms after you cook them like that. It'd be better for like more sauces and soups and stuff, but still a great way to preserve mushrooms since they don't last too long fresh, especially foraged ones. Is like you need to use those within a couple days because, I mean, the worms start growing in them very quickly. So pickled onions today, just a quick note on that, Shinvu, is I'm actually just using up some from the fridge, but I typically do a red onion, really thin sliced. And then I do a brine with like a little bit of sugar, some red wine vinegar, a touch of garlic, black pepper, and coriander seed. So salt, sugar, vinegar, and then just pour that over the sliced onions. And the longer you let it sit, the tastier it's gonna be. So let's say that, but You can definitely eat the pickled onion, as it's a quick pickle in that sense where we have to keep it in the fridge. You can eat it within like 20 minutes after doing that and it will already be a little bit pickled. I found a really great recipe today for the salmon cakes. Yeah, Kay Bolton, perfect timing. So Ina Garten recipe. It looks actually really nice, and the way that she does it is basically the same way I'm gonna do mine today. And these salmon cakes are something, oh man, Sam, we've made these since what, like 2014? This is a little kind of appetizer that we would serve, or a canapé of sorts with like big functions, so wedding buyouts and stuff like that, where we make them like little bite-sized salmon cakes. And typically we would do wasabi aioli on there, but I switched it up because we didn't get any wasabi and I thought capers would be really good instead. So caper aioli. But really, you can decide how big or how small you want to make them. Is the recipe that Ina Garten does is she serves them as a main course. So she does like 3 nice big size salmon cakes on the plate. But yeah, you could serve them at a dinner party or a potluck as an appetizer and just make them little bite size. And they will go quick, super quick. That was always the first thing that we would run out of. And it's like, no, I wanted snacks of the salmon cakes.
It was the first thing that was always gone, like
yeah,
disappeared.
Is there any more salmon cakes? No, there aren't. And this is sad to say, but also kind of happy, right? Because we're switching into a new season of fishing. This is the last bit of spring salmon that I caught last summer. So it's showing its age a little bit now, and this was the tail end piece, which I think is actually not the best as far as flavor and like serving it in a fillet piece. So I find that the tail meat on most fish is quite strong in flavor, and it's more lean, because if you think about how the fish swims, the tail moves a lot, right? So it's just a bit tougher, and sometimes there's like a little bit of sinew in there too. So not the best to serve as a beautiful fillet, but totally awesome to cook and flake up and make a salmon cake instead. So these 2 pieces, very nice. And this is a spring salmon, or you can call it a Chinook. Yeah, really nice color. And actually, even if I hold this up again, you can see where it's just starting to have like a touch of, I guess, freezer burn on it. I did have them vac packed, but must have got hit in the freezer and got a hole in the bag somewhere where you can't see it, where it's just a little bit. So I was like, I better use those up before we lose all of that beautiful meat, right? So a little bit bittersweet with me using this up, because now I know I won't have fish for a little bit, but I know that our good friend Zach, who his family has a boat here, we're hoping to get out within the next couple of weeks here, and it might actually be like a weekend trip for me. So I would be going, because we have to go up island. So going with Zach for a couple days, I would do like a bunch of filming and stuff. Could possibly try to stream it, but I would get a bunch of content for you guys. Maybe Sam could stream if I was away. Chinook salmon, so tasty. This is my favorite type. So spring salmon and something like a coho salmon, really beautiful and mild and a touch fattier. So Pacific salmon, a lot less fatty than Atlantic salmon, right guys? So East Coast, this is West Coast salmon. Less fatty, but still just as delicious. And I would say like the bottom end of West Coast salmon will be sockeye, which the fillets are quite thin, about half this thickness, and I find that they have really strong flavor. So sockeye salmon, not my favorite at all. I would be picky and probably not even buy it. For the barbecue next weekend, are we gonna do sides or just smoke some meat? We're gonna make like a good platter again, I think. Cookie! 1 full year as well. What? We had a 2-year resub and a 1 year? Wow, Cookie. 1 year, hey? I can remember back to like your 4-month resub and it didn't feel like that long ago. Thank you so much for everything, dude, over the past year. It feels like we've known each other for longer, hey? Like we've spent so much time together. So thank you for everything, all of the biddies that you donate. Just hope you know that they're going to a good place.
Sound like emus.
What sounds like emus?
The eggs.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Cookie just had his 12 months.
Holy!
Yeah.
Golden knife. It's been
Yeah,
a year
golden
since we
knife
got
club.
cookie.
That's what I said. I was like, I felt like it was just like your 4 months resub. Dust. Oh, Dust with his 10 months. Thanks so much, guys. Wow. We are bumping already this Sunday. Is it the smaller the salmon, the stronger the fish taste? I would not necessarily say that, no. Because the little like pink salmons here that we can get, they're really easy to catch, pretty small too, they're actually quite nice and light in flavor. They're comparable to like a trout. But yeah, even though the salmon is small, it's not strong in flavor. Thanks, Sammy, for the 1,000 biddies. We got a hype train level 2 already? What? Okay. So first things first, we're gonna get this into the oven. We're gonna bake the salmon. We'll season it up nice too. We'll oil it as well because we need to add a little bit more fat back into there. While the salmon is cooking, we are going to make our aioli. I can't recall what I did last weekend where I got 3 egg yolks from, but I have 3 egg yolks in the fridge. So I thought we would dabble in making our own mayo today. And when we make it homemade, well, we have to make it sound fancy, and that's when we call it aioli. But really it's just mayo. And I'll show you guys how to do that. We don't have to do it in a blender. I'm totally just gonna do it from scratch because we need obviously a little bit of the mayo for the caper aioli for the topping. And then a touch of mayo goes into the salmon cakes, and that'll add some like nice moistness to that so it doesn't get dried out. What do I want to bake this at? I think I'll do 375 Fahrenheit. And then I'm just gonna line this sheet pan with either parchment, or I'm gonna do foil today because we're out of parchment. Gotta get into Costco. Should be able to get into Costco now. I guess they have stopped doing the social distancing in the line. So now just anyone can walk in. Not that I really love that option, but at least we don't have to wait for an hour. Okay, just gonna tear some foil, guys. It's gonna be loud. Also, cheers, friends. Got my coffee this morning. Titan, how are ya? Scooter Beach. You're good? That's good. Is your throat feeling better? I am also good. Also, note that I am baking the salmon with the skin on because there's a really nice layer of fat underneath the skin that'll help keep the fish moist as it bakes. So definitely want to leave the skin on. You'll always get a better result. And these have not been pin boned. And that's okay because the pin bones will actually be easier to take out once this is cooked. And you can also see how this fish is kind of like starting to separate like this. So that also just shows that it's not the most fresh anymore, right? You don't feel much better, but you're still alive. So yeah, we say that's good, right? Silver salmon, this is spring salmon. I caught this actually last August. That's crazy to think. And then it's just been vac packed in the freezer since then. This is the last of the fish that we got. And we absolutely refuse to buy fish from the store here. The color's fantastic. It's really beautiful. Yeah, this fish, I mean, when I caught it whole, it was 25 pounds. It was a very fun fish to get into the boat. Yep. Well, you'll only get a Kate fishing stream. You will never get a Sammy fishing stream. He doesn't do well with the seas, but he can do lake fishing.
Yeah.
Speed! What? 5-month resub. Hello. Oh, holy salmon. Thank you so much for the 5 months, Speed. I hope you are doing well, you and the fam. And that little babe of yours. Sammy loves boats and mustard, Nike. Chocolate for healing. That does sound good too. Thanks for the follow. Guys, thank you so much for that level 2 hype train. Look at all our new emotes that we got. Wahoo! Choo choo! I like that one. All right, gonna get some olive oil out, dress this up, and then we'll do some salt and pepper. Maybe I'll do like a little bit of a fancier salt. And then that'll get into the oven and we're making some aioli. I'm trying to let the smoke clear a little bit outside before I go to pick lettuce because I just had a shower and I know that if my hair is still wet, it's just gonna absorb all that smoke smell. When did I catch this? I actually caught this last August when I went out for my first trip here. So this is the last bit of salmon. It is the tail piece because that's not my favorite and I usually try and use it up some way or another, and I love salmon cakes. So rub that olive oil over this. Yeah, we're gonna try and go halibut fishing and salmon fishing with Zach. But it'll only be me, Sam won't come. They're slowly starting to lift restrictions here. But at the one dock that we can go off of, it's been closed. Is they don't even have it open. No one can even go fishing right now. It kind of sucks. Yeah, mustard with pastrami, yum. Speed, you're doing a 48-hour sourdough pizza tonight, Mediterranean on the egg. Yes. I actually love Mediterranean pizza. It's like, if I am craving veggies on a pizza, I will always choose Mediterranean. So good. Okay, halibut tacos. That sounds amazing. Okay, we got our pepper. What's this one? This salt has basil and garlic flakes in it. That sounds nice to go with salmon. I'm trying to use up some of my like fancier salts. I'm gonna choose this Sicilian one. So kosher salt, dried basil, and garlic. Yum. You know, chicken covered in mustard and grilled on the Q is delicious. It actually is, like mustard rubbed on meat and then grilled is actually so good. Titan, I would love that. Yeah, go fishing together. So I kind of grew up fishing. Is in Alberta, obviously we weren't on the ocean, but a lot of lake fishing. A lot of walleye, perch, whatever you want to call it, jackfish. All kinds of good things, and I always enjoyed that. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit nervous the first time that I went out on the ocean on the boat here. Obviously that wasn't my first time being on the ocean on a boat, but it was my first time fishing on the ocean. Actually not bad at all. And it's really interesting. So when the spring salmon comes in at around August is the season, it's actually really shallow fishing for them. So we would actually be bringing like our big fishing boat to points where it's only about 20 feet deep. There'd be points where it's like, oh, we got to move the boat because we're going to hit the bottom. But that's where the spring salmon like to come in. So not really worried about falling over the edge. Yep, so we can do trout fishing here as well. Actually, one of the properties that we're working at right now, he lives on like a little lake and there's trout there. Okay, so I put quite a good amount of salt because these fillets are so thick. Yeah, I'll handle the boat. You'll be fishing and drinking beer. Oh, Zach's family is crazy. Like it was me, Zach, his dad, and his grandpa. So I had like all three levels of fishermen out there with me. And it was just a blast. Like we would have 4 lines out at once, just waiting for the bite. All right, friends, the oven beeped. I'm gonna put this in there to start baking it. And we wanna cook it till it's just cooked through. We really don't wanna overcook this because we're gonna be putting the cakes back on the griddle for finishing them off later, right? We want a little bit of color on each side. So just until it's cooked, I'm going to take a guess around 15 to 20 minutes for these size pieces at 375 Fahrenheit. So I'll do a 10-minute timer and then we'll go from there. Trout is totally underrated fish to eat and it's got like all the good fats in it. You feel like you've not been liking a lot of fish lately, Kevin? Why is that? Why would you say that? I'm intrigued by that just because of the taste of it or how it looks. Just gonna take this big pan out. Ten minutes on the clock. All right. See you in a bit, salmon. You love fish and seafood. You love salmon and fried perch or fried catfish. I know. That's exactly it, Greek. So salmon cakes, the same way that you make crab cakes. Hi, AOT. This is the recipe that I'm using for inspiration there from Ina Garten. Yeah, so we're gonna cook that, let it cool off a bit, then flake it up. And then we'll make our salmon cake mixture. So while that's cooking, we'll make our aioli to bring everything together. And we're going to do it by hand. I'm gonna get a nice heavy bowl. Let's make mayo in the yellow bowl because I think that's gonna look so good. You used to like fish a lot, but you feel more picky. I feel the same way. Yeah, it's like After moving out here and like catching my own fish and tasting the difference from store-bought, so picky about fish now, is I'd rather not buy fish from the store. So I will deprive myself of fish because I know what I get at the store is not so good. I'd rather wait for the stuff that I can catch. That's how I feel. Canned salmon is nasty. If it's done well though, it's actually so delicious. Like, I would say a lot of people here make their own salmon. It is, yeah, not a thing that's unheard of. So these are 2 jars from Zach's family. So this is literally how they can it. They don't even put the second lid on the jar, but look at that. Like, you can see the fat layers in it. And all you gotta do is pop that off. This one, peppered, so good. But I would say, like, I don't know what the brand is of the cans of salmon in the store. That's not gonna taste like that, right? Once again, they're not using the same grading of salmon that we're getting. All right, mayo basics. If anyone's ever made a hollandaise, well, you've pretty much made a mayo before then. And if you've ever made mayo at home, well, pretty much you've made hollandaise. Just a little bit different of fats. So we have our egg yolks there. A little bit of hot sauce or Tabasco is what you're gonna need. I think I'm going to do 4 yolks. I think that will give us more than enough. And then acid, so whether your acid is lemon juice, which I want to save for putting into the salmon mixture rather than the mayo. So lemon juice or any kind of nice light vinegar. So like a rice vinegar, I think would be super nice in here, or apple cider vinegar, white wine vinegar. I wouldn't go with a dark vinegar like sherry or red wine though. You guys. It's rigged. What am I feeling? I think rice. I think a little rice even. And then do not make the mistake of using olive oil to make your mayonnaise, because you'll have a very bitter mayo. Mind you, yes, the color will be beautiful and yellow, but yeah, your mayo will taste really bitter from the olive oil. So if you want to use a bit of olive oil, definitely cut it with some other kind of vegetable oil. We also don't want to use any cold pressed oils in here. Hey, Sam? No cold pressed canola oil going in here unless you're a millionaire. Yes, exactly, Mama. So, Kate, what oil do we use then? Any type of nice light vegetable oil. Canola, sunflower, what else? Safflower, I'm pretty sure that's canola. Grapeseed. I think those are the 3 I'll go with. Mayonnaise. Cold pressed in a mayo. It's happened at a restaurant we worked at. Don't ask Sam about it. He's still scarred. Do I want to use the grapeseed? I think I'm going to go with sunflower. I think that's what it is. Yeah, that's the one. And well, it's non-GMO, so I'm good with that. Yeah, cold pressed oils are used for finishing. Do not make mayo with it. Okay, so these are our basic things we need other than salt and pepper. Yeah, must have been really tasty. Most expensive mayo ever. Just smell your yolks. There should be no smell. We're good. I haven't disturbed those at all in a week, so I thought they would be good for our aioli. Aioli. Yeah, that side of mayo is super expensive. This is actually looking like 4 yolks right here. But here's the thing, I don't want to end up with not enough mayo and then have to start over. So I'm gonna go with 5 yolkers.
5 yolks.
5 yolks. We're good. Yeah, good grief. I know, Paloozer.
Yes, would you like your fries side of mayo? Is that truffle mayo? No, it's just cold pressed
It's a, yeah, cold pressed aioli.
Beautiful. So same way that we start the hollandaise is the same way that we start mayo. So we kind of loosen up the yolks here. Is I always like to add both either the Tabasco or hot sauce and the acid. Add that to the yolk first, and then we can start adding the oil. You love how I separate the yolks? Thank you. I've done them many, many times. Speed's taking a quick nappy before the kid wakes up and starts screaming. Have a good one, Speed. Yeah, you better get to sleep. Okay, so that should whisk nice and smooth to start. Yum, that's gonna be good. Let's go with a teaspoon of this hot sauce because it's thicker. If you were using a Tabasco, I would probably do like 5 chugs of the bottle. That's how it comes out. And yes, I have read recipes in restaurants where it literally says 5 chugs of Tabasco or Worcestershire.
It's not too bad for you anymore.
Yeah, it's looking better, Sammy. Thank you.
The 2 are burning at 700 now, and the one that we've been cooking the wok has a bunch of oil in it, so it's just burning dirty for a little bit.
It is easier to do with fresher eggs. Yeah, exactly. And then I'm gonna do a tablespoon of vinegar. And keep in mind, we can always add more of these ingredients afterwards. Just important to get your base going first. And then we should see these yolks start to go a little bit more pale. Yeah, Twitch Stewie. Chug. Like 3 chugs of Tabasco, right, Sam?
Yeah.
Technical term on recipes in restaurants.
How much is a chug? It's a chug! Or a glug?
Yeah. 3 glugs. How much is it? I don't know. We'd have to measure how much came out.
It's a glug.
Holy! This salmon's roasting away in there. It's looking actually really good and like it's almost done. See how that little bit of white fat is starting to come out? So think of that the same way as like a steak, where you know it's starting to get close to medium rare when the blood starts to run out? Kind of the same thing with salmon is how I like to cook it. So now that that's just starting, that's probably medium inside. I would say 3 more minutes and we're good to go. Shinvu, thank you for the host. Nope, Ghost still lives, guys. Yeah, you just pour it. I don't even have any Tabasco or Worcestershire bottles to show you what I mean by the glug, but just this hand gesture is not good. Not good at all. Show us, Kate, how you glug the bottle. No, I'm good. Yeah, ghost, please. Not today, it's Sunday. Okay, keep whisking our yolks. That's where we ended before we got distracted by salmon. A glug is about 2 tablespoons? Whoa. I thought it would be less.
Great.
Okay, adding a touch of air into our yolks. Then they get more pale. And this will just help them start accepting the oil. Hey, that's my beer I get to drink today. Yes. That's a post-bike ride beer.
I was gonna open it right now. It has to look good.
Right now?
Yeah. Are you still working on your coffee?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still got coffee.
Okay.
This guy.
Okay.
He's like, yo, I got the eggs lit.
I almost died. Butter almost killed me.
Okay, so keep whisking the yolks until your arm is too sore to keep going and you're good. That's where we stop. Mucho bla bla y poca ASEAN? Yes. Seal Lash, what kind of madness are you talking about right now?
Mimosas.
Mimosas are perfect on Sundays. Okay, let's crack this open. I know this fish timer is just about to come off, so
With a nice egg benny.
not gonna start anything crazy. Ooh, mimosas and an eggs Benny. That's what he said, Paloozer. All talk, no action. Welcome to Cook with Kate. We don't do much here.
Getting called out.
Hilarious. I like it. Beep. All right, salmon. So really, you gotta be worried a bit about the really thick parts, right? Give it a press. I can also temp it if we want to be really sure. So well done would be around anywhere from 155 to 165 Fahrenheit. I wouldn't take it to 165 because I think you'll have dry salmon by that time. Was that a glug from my mug? Yes. So go in the thickest part once again. Actually still needs a little bit longer. So I'll go another 3 minutes and then we're probably good. I can't stress enough though to not overcook your salmon for this. Three more minutes. Your mom murders her salmon. I know that mine's not watching right now, so mine does too. Okay, quickly finish off this aioli. I'm actually gonna switch this because this is my whisking hand. So now we can slowly start to drizzle in the oil. If you need help, ask for help. It is easier to do with 2 people the first time. And then we just want to keep whisking as we drizzle in the oil. And then it should start to emulsify and thicken. When it gets too thick, we're going to use the same directions as a hollandaise and we thin it out with a touch of water actually. And I don't know about you guys in America, but making your own mayo actually costs about double the price of buying like a jar of Hellmann's in the store. Yeah, just a little bit less done. I think it's smarter, Greek, to cook it like medium well and then take it out and let it cool off. And then we can flake it up. Because like I said, is we're gonna be putting them back on the griddle. So we really don't want to dry the salmon out the first time, because no matter what amount of fat we put into the mixture, it's still gonna taste too dry. Just get a 50-gallon drum at Costco. You could totally use an electric mixer rather than doing it by hand, but I just wanted to show you guys actually how easy it is. So check out the thickness of this. I know you can't really see, the yolks are literally blending into the bowl. I think a touch more oil, and then we'll do some water, and then we'll finish this off. And then you really have to decide how thick or how thin you want your mayo, right? There we go. So the oil doesn't really want to keep being added into there. That's my sign. Let's get a little bit of water. I'm gonna do a tablespoon of cool water. We don't want warm water for this. You can totally just throw it in a blender and do the same step as I'm doing. So blitz up your yolk with your hot sauce and acid for a sec, and then start drizzling in your oil. It is that simple. But my blender top, way too big for this little batch of mayo. So I thought I would just show you by hand. Hi Vune, how are you? Is that mayonnaise? Yes, a very yellow mayo. You're buggered making Papa's coffee. Never mind, making mayo. Gotta take your daughter to work. Sounds good, chocolate. We will be here. This is sizzling nicely. What is this? Shahina. Thanks guys for the raid, welcome. Okay, I think I'm good with that. I do, because that little bit of fat has already come out on the end there. I think we're gonna just let this rest up. So take that out, put it on the side, and we can turn off our oven now. So easy. Welcome in, Raiders. How was your stream today? Swifty, baby orca, max wattage, hi, hi. Ookie, yeah, insert raid I'm not a part of message here. How did everything go today? We're just making a homemade mayo, and we just got our salmon finished cooking in the oven. Then we're gonna start making some salmon cakes right away. Dances with the woos. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, honestly, I love salmon. It's like for sure one of my favorite fish, and I'm very thankful that where I live is I'm able to fish for it myself. Swifty, thanks for the follow as well. Yeah, a catfish. Okay, so we just finished the part of the mayo where we've mixed a good amount of oil in, and it's almost getting too thick where we can't add any more oil. Just have a tablespoon of cool water here. Just mix that in, and that'll kind of loosen this up. And then we can finish adding the rest of the amount of oil. And this will also make your mayo just a touch lighter as well. So it won't be heavy, heavy, heavy. Hobby chef and pole dancer finds pro chef with catfish. What? That's super cool. So did you cook today, or do you stream your pole dancing too? All right, so keep streaming our sunflower oil in here. And then this is where we decide how thick we want our mayo. This is a good amount of mayonnaise that I made. If I can recall, I think the general rule of thumb is that for every egg yolk, you can emulsify 1 cup of oil into it. I think that's good. A bit more.
Oh.
Fishing pole dancing. You know who cooks some good salmon cakes? What? There's a lot of mayo. Yeah. Today was cooking, but you do a lot of pull as well. Nice. Yes, Nike. Carol effin' Baskins. Hey, all you big cats and kittens. Oh no.
Oh man, that's pretty good.
Oh no. Make it stop. Just keep mayoing. What's Sammy laughing his butt off? Who knows? I know a baby orca's in here, Sammy. I saw. He's really excited.
I couldn't figure out the name.
Yeah.
Because it is.
That is good. When it has like the jiggle and just like kind of it starts to drop off of the whisk. So reserve our whisk. We're done with the oil finally. Cooking koalas, good to see you. Yeah, we are going to also be heading out into our garden here and doing our first pick of the season for our lettuce greens. So excited, as they've been growing for I think 3 weeks now. The happiest, summariest mayo ever. Yes. Hi, Relic. Color got whiter. So yeah, adding that touch of water too, just a tablespoon even, really lightens it up. I don't know, do you guys get weird when your mayo's too yellow? It almost does look like a bird's custard. Okay, so we're gonna taste this. For sure have to still add salt. Whether you want pepper in there is up to you. I like pepper in it, but maybe we'll only pepper the one that we're using today. Yeah, that really doesn't taste like much so far. Definitely need a touch more acid, so I'm using rice vinegar today. More than welcome to use lemon or apple cider vinegar as well. We have to think we've mixed together 2 super rich things, both egg yolk and oil. Without any seasoning, it just coats your palate and you have no other flavor there. You don't care what color your mayo is, as long as it's good mayo. This is gonna be one of the best mayos I've eaten in a while, I think. Definitely kicks Hellman's butt.
Yeah!
We got the Sammy. Okay, salt-wise, I'm gonna do 1 and 2. Do people put mustard in their mayo?
Mustard powder or some.
Or like a Dijon?
You can do a little.
I think I might put a touch of Dijon. And that'll just help us to like really get this nice and stable. There will be no way it'll separate. So Dijon mustard is perfect for helping emulsify fats and liquids. I'm in. I think that'll be the perfect last thing. You're not a fan of mayo in general. A lot of people feel that way. But I think everyone's like pretty picky about what condiments they actually like. Like some people hate ketchup, some people hate mayo. Everyone has their own little thing, right? Mustard is better than mayo. Yeah, yellow bowl, yellow liquid, or melted yellow bowl. Yeah, the bowl's just melting into itself. Okay, mix in that nice French Dijon mustard. And then right now, obviously, it looks soft. But then keep in mind, when we put this in the fridge, it will firm up a bit too. Let's try this now. Just keeps looking better and better. Little bit of acid just to coat the richness. We don't taste any of the hot sauce at all. You shouldn't. But definitely need more salt still. And well, if it's your first time making mayo at home, I would suggest having the store-bought one on hand too, and that way you can like taste the store-bought one and compare it to the one you're making yourself. Get a better idea of how it should taste, right? I think that's perfect. Let Sammy try. It's like really nice and light.
1, 2. Could put a small pinch of salt in it,
More salt still?
but depending on what you're doing with it.
Yeah, I think I would leave it.
That's a really good mayo though. Good job.
Thank you. Is Miracle Whip mayo?
No.
It's not, but is it egg based still? I'm not sure if it's egg based or not. Sammy's looking it up. Sam, just no. Oh, piccalilli. Yes, so good. I love that little pickle mixture. There used to be the show Cake Boss. They made cakes with cardboard, etc. Never liked it.
It does have egg yolks in it.
Miracle Whip is actually egg based?
It does have
Okay.
eggs in it, yeah.
Okay. Okay, friends.
But it's more oil than egg.
I'm gonna pop this in the fridge for now while we flake up our salmon and get together our other ingredients for the salmon cakes. And we're rolling right along. Mustard, gone. Hot sauce, gone.
Miracle Whip is mayonnaise like a soy steak is to a ribeye.
View. Hellman's is hellish. What mayo do you like then, Flour? What Canadian mayo do you like? Hello, beautiful spring salmon. Yeah, I like Hellman's. I have nothing wrong with Hellman's. Yeah, we need some soft focus, slow-mo, and a little berry white. All right. So there might be a couple of pin bones in here as well. And then we cook the salmon with the skin on, so we should be able to actually just peel it right off. And then maybe I will just set our big mixing bowl just to the side here so I can flake the salmon right into there as we process it. Hellman's, just another thing that's wrong with the world. I love how strong your opinion is. I actually have nothing against that. I'm intrigued a bit to hear why you think that. Okay, we got blue bowl. So for flaking the fish, if we cooked it properly, it should really just flake apart like that. Don't go crazy with flaking it too fine at first because we still have to mix some other stuff into there. And I'd rather have like some bigger salmon flakes rather than just like mushed up. And I like to keep that layer of fat on with the fish because it's really healthy for you. I don't see a point of throwing that out. Look at all the juices running under there. Yeah, this right now, like, just take this little piece right there, dip it in the juices.
That right in your mouth.
Mmm. So good still. Yum. Good seasoning, it's not too salty. Fresh sourdough bread, good butter, and salmon. I know. Yeah, salmon, I always feel like it's such a treat when I eat it. Like, I literally feel spoiled when I eat salmon. Maybe because it's like so rich and fatty. Is it salty when prepared correctly? It shouldn't be salty at all, no. But I would say like fish is one of the hardest things to like always season properly. Just because it's so delicate, like you can't season it the same way as other meats. Nutrlab, thank you for the follow. I'm also watching for bones just in case. Yeah, trout would be so good with this as well. Yeah, get that centerpiece. Oh man. You just blacken it all. Yeah, blackened salmon, really good too. Like Cajun salmon with Caesar salad or something. Oh yeah. Sammy's little snack piece. Is that a bone there?
Where?
Or was it just a little stringy bit?
Stringy bit?
Okay. I was just checking before you ate it. Salmon and Thai green curry, I know. You just started streaming the production of your meals. Sweet. Like you're making meals for like the COVID stuff, or you just do some meal prep at home? Like to me, that's just art. But we know that we cook the fish good when we can like see the juices running off of it. Yeah, delicious art. Isn't that like the best kind of art? Art that you can eat? I would way rather have that any day than art you can just look at. Much better than a banana. Thanks, Bune. The right blackening mix can make an old soup taste pretty good. It's true, Twitch Stewie. Nike, aw, you're melting my heart today. Oh, couple of bones. Little small guys. Beware. It's also why I flake it like by hand, right? Because if you do it with just a fork or some tongs, you might miss the bones. This is gonna make a good amount of salmon cakes as well, but I'm totally going to eat them up throughout the week for like lunch or dinner. Yeah, Titan. Oh, poor you. You can't even eat this kind of stuff. Those bones are being a little bit fishy. Go, go, go. Okay, what else are we gonna add into this next? So we need egg for binding, as well as panko. Some panko breadcrumbs is my go-to. And chop up some fresh herbs. We will save that tray for later. Just gonna wash up my hands. The salmon has been flaked. Thanks, Kevin. Do I ever have backseat chefs in chat that are like, LOL, however you do it at your place is the right way? I don't think I've ever had anyone really do that. No, I would say no. And yeah, honestly, I don't even mind that when people say that because, well, we could learn something new, right? You never know. So I have always liked to keep a very open mind when cooking and being in kitchens and stuff like that, because when you realize that there's more than one way to do something in the kitchen, mind blown. And then all you have to do is pick your favorite way to do it. Yeah, if they don't get the hint, there's always mods to set them right. But typically I don't like even have to tell anyone off. Yeah, except for Miracle Whip. No way. Okay, I definitely don't know everything. There's been many, many streams where we've learned so much stuff together. So yeah, just because I've cooked for quite a bit of time doesn't mean I am by any means professional or better than anyone else. Okay, friends, so Ina Garten, she puts red onions, celery, bell peppers in with her salmon cakes. I don't put that. Maybe put a little bit of like chopped up fine diced shallot or something like that. But I think since we have the pickled onion going on top, we'll save that onion flavor for there and maybe just put some chives into our fish mixture. And that way we just have like a light onion flavor in with the salmon. Because I think we should let the salmon really stay the star of this dish and everything else should complement it. Yeah, as long as it's edible, there's no right or wrong ways with food, totally. And once again, just because food looks good doesn't mean it tastes good, right? That's another thing. Sending Kate a box full of Miracle Whip and mustard for Sammy. Hey Norges, cooking goes as follows. Heavy on the salt, pizza on the ananas, aka pineapple for the infidels. Norges is not messing around today, guys. Okay, gonna get a few things out of the fridge. Just gonna let our salmon finish cooling off. It was still a bit warm when I was flaking it, but flaking it now will help it cool off. Yeah, Norges, the legend, the one and only. Dude, I hope you've had a good weekend. So along with the mayo, I think we'll still need 1 egg for sure to help bind the fish together. Panko crumbs. I need to use up anyways. I know, no duck eggs still. I don't know what we're gonna do with that duck egg situation, Titan. It's a little bit sad, isn't it? You know what, friends? I think we're gonna pop outside and go pick a couple of our fresh herbs. You can't get them either for now. Yeah, I keep checking like on the marketplace too. There is some very nice like local chicken eggs here though. So maybe we'll start doing that instead because they look pretty big. At first glance, I was like, is that a duck egg? But it was only a chicken egg. You need to try panko at some point. It is actually like one of my favorite breadcrumbs. Really like the texture of it. Like bigger flakes. National Day of Norway on May 17th. Let's go all patriot-like. Yeah, just grate up some toast. I always have stale bread for that too. Okay, I'm gonna pop outside and I'll see you guys out there. We're going to pick chives, a little bit of dill, and some parsley. I think that's it. I think that's all we got to use for now. Do they electrocute the bread to get the panko? Folk metal, is this true? I do not know, but that would be cool. That's it. Quitting the day job. We're gonna be panko makers. That just sounds like way too much fun. Oh, that's just Sammy still smoking out the garden. I'm gonna be out there for not very long, so I don't think I need this. Just gotta turn the camera for us. Boop. So these are the chives that I'm always picking off of. And they honestly just grow like crazy. Like I literally take a good handful every single stream for sure. And then as long as you keep cutting, they'll keep growing. And so you'll see by like next Friday, if I show you guys these again, they'll be huge all over. Okay, those are the chives. If Rook's in here, that's your rooster, bro. Turn this way. My little dillies. 1, 2, 3. Snip all the little ones off the bottom there. That's the good part about our fresh herbs is a little bit goes a long way. And then the last one here, you guys can see it, is the parsley. We'll do 4 sprigs of that. And I think that's great, guys. Turn us back the other way. And then this front bed here, is where we're gonna be picking in a little bit. Oh no, caught on the net. Get out of there, net. So those are our greens that we're gonna pick.
Oh, Zach said he really enjoyed the stuff that he made the other day. The Swiss chard.
Oh,
Container, really loved it.
nice. Okay, I'm back. Backity back. I think I will do just a bit of shallot in there to go with these herbs. No, we're good to go. The rooster sounded a little high.
Go back to the camera.
That one's crazy. Go back to outside?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's frozen.
Yeah. It might be.
Okay, just a sec.
Okay. So remember how to do that? There you go.
Hey. That's better.
Okay.
Thanks for letting me know first, Nike.
Let me go in front.
Okay, Sammy's gonna test it. Yeah, we good. So frozen that it starts singing. That was funny.
Your mom let you actually.
Oh. Okay, now you can come back in.
Since we solved that.
Since you guys didn't see anything of what I was showing you. Oh. So that's why it's all talk, no action.
Wow.
Okay, just gonna pick all of our little yellow pieces of chivo and then we'll finally chop that.
You're going back outside though, right?
I will be going back outside, yes. We gotta pick our salad greens. I don't know why that camera froze. That's silly. All right. So line up all your chives. We'll do nice fine dice, slice and dice. We get to practice a little bit of knife skills today. Beautiful. You love chives? Me too. I think they are one of the most versatile fresh herbs. And they're so great with seafood. Okay, so I'm just putting that over top of the salmon. The sound when I chop chives is really soothing. I like that dust. Mix the chives with some cream cheese. Put it on a sandwich, yes. Bar one? Baroon? Baruna? Hello. Okay, our flat leaf parsley. Gather that all up and we'll chop it. I find that the parsley that I'm growing here has like double the amount of flavor than the parsley that we get from the store. Really shocked the other day. I was like, I don't need nearly as much. Yeah, we need a second channel. We were joking about that yesterday on stream, guys. It's like, do we need to do like an episode of ASMR once a week for our sanity? And it doesn't have to be a long ASMR stream either, right? Like an hour? Perfect.
Just the chopping vegetables?
Yeah.
I can do that.
Sammy's in, he says. Jilliman, thanks for the follow. Welcome in.
Get me an hour worth of chopping vegetables for you for something. Like a French onion soup or something.
Yeah.
Let me just chop.
Just chopping onions.
Yeah.
That's perfect for Cook
I'm
with
totally
Kate.
down for that.
Okay, finally chopped the dill. I'm using up the stems too because they're so small. Hoping that I get some more flavor from them.
Chopping with Sam, cooking with Kate.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, I don't tear up the onions. I don't.
Yeah, Sam would just be crying that whole stream.
Due to the laser eye surgery, I don't tear up from them anymore.
What?
Yeah, it's true.
It's true?
It's true.
It's true. This is a big old shallot. There's like 2 in 1 here, so I'm actually gonna separate them. Like that. And now we'll leave this other big guy whole. Use it for something else. Oh, this one actually, oh no. What is with the vegetables this week? It's like it looks perfect on the outside. Oh God.
Really? Come on.
See, I just want to say that, yeah, all of my produce is not fake and that I get crap stuff sometimes too. So for all of you that say, how does Kate get all the nice stuff? Sometimes we don't. Yeah, the kohlrabi yesterday, like what is this? Sandbagery.
Zach's bringing over some mushies again.
Ooh.
I don't know what he has.
Like what is this thing? Just gonna try and trim that part off. Still, it's like a cancer.
Their new puppy.
Aw, doggos.
Big old pretty thing.
What, do you have puppy fever? If you're gonna show stuff on the camera, use your microphone to tell them what you're showing them.
Okay.
Right, guys?
Sorry.
Sammy, we bought you this microphone.
I'm still not used to it.
If you're gonna do photo sharing, we need to know what's going on, please. Please. Okay, finally dice our shallot. Do all of our lines. Yeah, see? Thank you, Nike.
Hey, you have to unmute me, please?
Yeah, now I get the power. Do we want to unmute him?
Hello. I'm sorry. That was my friend's cute new puppy. It is a 9-month-old Great Dane. So, really, a small horse.
Baruna, thanks for the follow. Just keep chopping, 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 chopping. Didn't work? It didn't work, they say. No, it's not working.
It's not working? Hello? Hello? Hey guys, can you hear me?
I just turned it up. Is that better? Is that better? Just maybe too low on the volume.
Boom.
Better
Yeah.
than blasting your eardrums, I guess, for the first time.
Yeah, you're.
Okay. Finish the choppity chopping.
That extra large has so much oil in it. Stinky.
Fixed. All right. Crack our egg in. It's for binder. I'm not 100% on these panko crumbs. I don't think I'm gonna use them though, guys. They're pretty old. I thought they would still be okay, but I don't think they're good anymore. So instead of us destroying all of our salmon cakes, I'm just gonna use my homemade ones instead.
Oh,
It's really bad.
that's bad.
Homemade breadcrumbs, just as good, honestly. So I just always come in, do a little sprinkle. I don't like to buff it out with too much crumb, honestly, guys. So maybe like a 1/4 cup. What?
Not good.
Not good. And then we come in with our homemade mayo. How do I make those? I'll show you. I have this little bread bin here. This is from my gram. And then in it, I like to save like all bread scraps that I may have from whatever. Usually it's like the end of the bread, right? That most people don't eat. Just dries out in there, and I wouldn't toast it first. I would toast your crumbs after you blitz them. And whether you use a food processor or a blender, just blitz it up. That's all I do. I use my Vitamix dry container. And then I keep them in the freezer, and that keeps them really nice and fresh. How doesn't it get moldy? It's kind of magical. And the one thing is you shouldn't use like a rich bread. So don't try and dry out a brioche for breadcrumbs, because the fat in there could potentially make it go moldy. Give our mayo a stir.
Oh, yeah.
Andy, thank you very much, man, for the 2 months in a row. He just loves being here. I love that you love being here. Baby Orca is now cat bed. Put mustard in Sam's. You guys are so bad. I love it though. Okay, so a couple of scoops. Now you can really see how yellow our mayo is. Do one more. So the base recipe that Ina gives us, she says about 1/2 cup of mayo. And obviously we can see this one's a bit looser than like a Hellman's, right? So I'll go easy for the first little bit. Come in with our black pepper now. Liquid gold, yeah. I'm gonna use a spoon. I don't want to use my hands for this. Not until I'm happy with the mixture. So break up the egg. And I'll start mixing. Now we can start being a little bit more rough with the salmon when we mix it, because yeah, we need this to be one fluid mixture that holds together when we press it in our hands, right? Whether we need to add one more egg or a touch more mayo, I think it'll be more the egg. A touch more egg, a touch more breadcrumb, and maybe even some mayo. You'll notice as well, if your flake is left too big, it won't stick together either. So there is definitely a happy medium that we're looking for. But this is already smelling so good. Yum. Did the fish grow in my garden? Sadly, no. But it did grow in the ocean, and that's where I got it from. Fun fact, haddock for sure the best fish for fish cakes. I could see that because it's so flaky, Norges. Yeah, I was gonna say that flour is, haddock doesn't really exist here. Unless what, we're buying like ocean liner, frozen stuff. Stay. So that's our second egg. Do a bit more crumb. And a bit more mayo. And then we'll form up all our cakes, and then we're gonna go outside, pick our lettuce greens. Once again, bust up that egg, and then this should really come together now. So that's why it's key to always add a little bit at first, see how your mixture is, and then go from there. Yeah, this is gonna stay together now. And then after these have been formed into cakes, you can either cook them in like a griddle pan, so a nice flat pan on the stove, or you can even bake them in the oven again. So totally up to you. That looks perfect. Can you guys even tell by this sound? Like just going by that, you can kind of tell that the mixture is perfect. Just sounds different even. It's super, super handy if you have a scoop like this, like an ice cream scoop. I wish I had like a much bigger one because that's how I would form the salmon cakes. Yeah, exactly. It sounds kind of squishy, right, Dust? So that's a really great way to keep all of your salmon cakes the same size, but I'm just gonna form them by hand. Astro, this channel always makes you dissatisfied with your own food. Well, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to inspire you guys to make better food for yourselves. Trey10, thanks for the follow. Small cookie cutter ring? That would work too. Yes. Good one. Baby Orca. Where is my thing? I need to dig it out of my little baking bin. Good suggestion. Yeah, IQ 200. I think like this little guy, compare that to my face. That's a good size. I don't think I want to go the bigger one. Just a bit too large.
goes that?
Good, man. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good.
Got nothing on the
Hi, Jess.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good. What, Norges? They're marketing something as fish when there's only 37% fish actually in it. That's gross. He runs his own boat in Norway, so he gives us like some really interesting info from over there.
I would not know that.
Yeah. Yeah, fish sticks, exactly. That's what that is used for. Okay, so I'm gonna line my pan, whether you use parchment or a silicone or something else, just something so that the fish cake doesn't sit on the metal is what I'm trying to get at. So I'm not gonna do foil. And really, the telltale sign is in our first fish cake that we made. And then after that, it should be pretty easy. Yeah, the rest of it's just sawdust. Well, it's the same way that Campbell's Soup markets their chicken noodle soup, but it's actually soy and there's absolutely no chicken in the soup. That was super disappointing one day when I saw that on the ingredient list. It's like, there's no chicken even on this list. Yeah. Okay, so I think I still have a can here to show you guys. Like, how about this one? Light, classic chicken noodle. I hope it's gonna focus for you guys, but it might not. Okay, so what it says, so chicken broth, water and chicken stock. Okay, that makes total sense. Then the second ingredient, seasoned chicken, and in brackets, it just says soy. It's like, what? Just don't even give me the soy then. I'd rather just have the chicken broth. Yeah. Amazing, right? That they can market it as chicken noodle soup. Insane. So if we press this mixture down and then lift up the ring, it should stay all formed together. So just hold that and then lift up. Oh man, look at this baby orca with the pro tips. Beautiful salmon cake. Yeah, I think so, Bonkman, that's happening a lot more now. They are replacing a lot of meat stuff in processed foods with soy. I would say for the most part, it's happening in North America only. But I have not been to Europe in quite a few years, so I'm not sure how it changed. But I do know that when I was there, processed foods weren't really a thing yet. And that was in, I think, 2015. Soylent Green. Yeah, they must not know. I think we're gonna get 12 of these good-sized salmon cakes. And I'm loving the way that this mixture is looking. It's really staying together. Sammy cakes. Yeah, R.I.P. Sammy. That's why he's not here anymore. He's talking to Zach outside. I think he popped by with some more mushrooms or something. Something. Yeah, chopped up Sammy. Are Sammy cakes like cupcakes with a ganache beard? Oh, my hands are a little bit dirty, but I still want to show you guys. So we went and got some charcoal yesterday from M-Gem. I picked up this sauce there at Wickerland. It's called Messy Beard barbecue sauce. So stout beer, coffee, and molasses. I was like, that's so Sammy. So who knows what will be put in that one on. Torino. What? You recently found cola sauce as a barbecue sauce flavor. Yes. Yeah, that's actually used quite a bit, baby Orca. Holy dust. Your beard is out of control. You haven't trimmed it since quarantine started. Epic. Imagine we just like all emerged, just like looking like cave people. Just right back to Neanderthals. No one's been getting haircuts. That's the real truth.
See you later. Should I give them one or two of these before they go?
No, they can get them after.
Okay.
Yep. You haven't shaved since quarantine either, Vune, and you're finally growing a goatee. That's a beauty as well. Look at this little cluster of oysters. Holy. Wait, yes, fishbone.
Yeah.
Boom.
They picked that out.
Yes.
Good job.
Thank God I have good cameras.
On point, everyone.
Good job, guys.
Good eye.
My
I have
happy
to say,
helpers.
good eye.
Love you guys. That could have been deadly later on. That could have been the end to all Cook with Kate streams. One fishbone to ruin everything.
Oh, yeah.
Hey!
Saved my life.
Yeah.
Saved my life.
Baby Orca. Thanks, Sammy, for gifting the sub to Baby Orca. Saving us from choking on the fish bones. I think we're gonna get more than 12. Yeah, that's why you eat fish stuff like this super delicately.
Hey, you're using your nice ring.
Yeah, that was Baby Orca's suggestion. I was like, well, we don't have a big enough scoop. And they're like, well, what about a ring mold? And I was like, well, you're brilliant. And so that's what we're doing instead. And I'm loving it.
Oh man, another 80 years with Caitlin. Shit.
Yeah, exactly, Vune. On the upside, could have something awesome written on the tombstone. She died doing something she loved. Yeah, here's to the next 80. Thanks, friends. Another 80 years of Twitch. We're almost done. The cakes. How were those two kids? They were good?
Yeah,
Okay, that's good.
she's really been liking all this stuff we've been making her and Zach. She would like to have some hot sauce.
Nice. When we ferment it?
Yeah.
Or the buffalo one?
Buffalo.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna get a little
Bye,
baby.
dude.
A baby salmon cake to test. That's the best. Vune! You're in a mood. Oh, go clean. Nice. That's actually such a good idea. Great distraction. Bye, Vune. I hope you get less in a mood. And let me know if you need anything. Thanks for hanging out, too. Always love having you around. How long will these need to cook? Well, the best part is that the fish is already cooked, so all we're trying to do is cook the raw egg through that we used for binder. So all we need to do is heat it all the way through. I'm gonna say probably about 3 or 4 minutes on each side, and then you're good. We're gonna use this little thin one. You guys can't really tell, but this little guy is about half the size of the other ones. We're gonna taste test that one. I mean, we probably should have done that before we portioned them all out. That's like such a rookie move right now. Because for all we know, well, maybe it tastes not good and we just portion them all and have to change it. But I'm gonna hope that's not the case. And I will be right back, friends. Give me 30 seconds, okay? Yeah, this little small guy, that's for me. The rest is for Sam.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Torino, for gifting this sub to Michelangelo. 2 months with Michelangelo. Always good having you around, friend. Torino, hoping you're having a good weekend, dude. How much would a salmon cake like this cost in the store? So I'm gonna say this is around a 3-ounce portion. 3 ounces of salmon.
$5-6 probably.
Probably like $5 per, maybe a little less, maybe $4 per piece. And well, I kind of chalk the salmon up to being like free because what, our salmon card's 30?
No, salmon card is $6, but the ocean card is $26. So
Okay.
$32 total to fish.
Yeah, so I spent $32 total last year to fish, and I came home with around 60 pounds.
No, about 70.
About 70 pounds worth of salmons. So if we divide that up, makes way more sense to make it yourself, right? Yeah, about $5 each. That's a good eyeball. I know, and that's the thing is like, as soon as you get someone to prepare something like this for you, you're gonna be paying them for
42
their
cents a
labor.
pound.
42 cents a pound is what these are costing. And in the store, it's $5. So,
42 cents a pound you paid for salmon.
oh, okay, okay. Yeah, $9.50 with home fries, $1 with the gravy. I'm gonna do 2 pans at once. So I'm gonna get these pans heating up and then I'm just gonna take a really quick bathroom break. Just turn on our 1 pan for the tester. And then we'll come back in later to finish it off. Quick little non-stick spritz.
Thinking of people for $15.85, big choice of coleslaw, garden salad, coffee, tea, juice, and milk.
I'm loving it, Torino. Dude, you're writing the menus for sure. You're hired.
100%.
Man, what an easy sell. Seriously, you're working cash. Okay, be right back, guys.
You know what Hoju?
Yeah. I'm back. Yeah, listed as market price, right? A lot of the time, fish is done by market price. Because the price of fish is changing a lot all the time. Yeah, Torino gave it Manitoba price. Something like that in Vancouver, you gotta add at least 35%. Okay, heating up this guy. I'm gonna get that little cake onto there. And then I think we'll quickly whip up our caper mayo for the salmon cake so it has time to like marry up in the fridge. And then we'll do our salad stuff. And we're pretty much good, guys. We're crushing it. Doge. And it would be better if we put this whole tray in the fridge just to firm up like a little bit, probably an hour. And then they won't be as soft to handle when we cook them. But sometimes we can't wait that long, right? I think I will pop them in the fridge though, because we're doing a couple other things first. Fun fact, one of the local fishers sells fish at their shop, like building, for just €1 to €5 per pound. What? It's like a food truck? What? Okay, on their mobile shop, like food truck, it's €5 for the same fish. Yeah, because you're paying for the accessibility of it, right? This is for anyone, Torino says, this question. Ordering a Dutch oven cast iron, next pay. Budget is $100 if you can find it. What size shape should you get? I would go basic and either go round or oval, and check out Lagostina at Canadian Tire. That's where I kind of got my first couple of cast irons, less expensive, got like a feel for them, made sure I was gonna enjoy it, and then you can start buying a couple of other brands too, right? But yeah, Lagostina is probably the most affordable and it works great. This guy's frying up already. It's looking nummies. Yeah, Michelangelo's Dutch. Hi. Yeah, I've done bread in both round and oval, and both work good. Both are good. Chill those cakes. You did yours in an oval this morning, yeah. Okay, last sip of coffee. So sad. I'm not ready for it to be over. Okay, so we're just looking to brown this up on either side and heat it all the way through so we can cook the raw egg that we used for binder. If it seems like it's sticking to the pan, well, it is not yet time to flip it. Getting our little mayo station set up here. You live close to Amsterdam, Michelangelo? And it's not that exciting? What? I can't wait to go there with Sammy one day. Cannot wait. I absolutely loved the Netherlands, and Amsterdam was the only place I've been. There's so much more to explore.
watch the race in Xanderbrut.
Xanderbrut?
Yeah.
Xanderbrut?
Yeah.
Cool. Look at that golden brown coloring. It's smelling so good. You can smell the chives frying up a bit. Oh my gosh, baby orca will tour us around, Sammy. Yes. Random question, are you a fan of pets? Do I prefer dogs or cats and why? So I grew up with both dogs and cats, like basically through my whole life. Had a kind of a bad experience with one of our cats. So I don't love cats. I have a bit of a fear of them, but I do absolutely love dogs. I'm the person that respectfully will try and pet every single person's dog. So yeah, love doggos. Sam and I, like this year, we were supposed to get a puppy, but because of COVID, it is not gonna happen. But hopefully we can get a pupper at the end of the year, as we found a local breeder that maybe we'll have a litter, because we've been waiting for 2 years for this one pup. So unfortunate. It was from the same breeder that Posh is from. So Posh is 12 years old now. And like they literally just had another litter. So I guess we've waited 10 years for that puppy. Crazy. This is almost done. Yum. I got a good feeling about this one. And I guess I just love how dogs will enjoy your company no matter what, whereas cats are so picky. Nummy. Oh, that's what. Forgetting my other light today. Popped my other light on here to hopefully minimize our shadows. Yeah, cats? Picky? No. That's crazy talk. Let's try this baby out. Mmm. It's really hot. Salmon has a nice chew though. Getting like the shallot, the chive, and the dill in there for flavor. Love the little bit of black pepper too. It was too hot to chew with my mouth closed. I'm happy with that. I think that having it thicker, it will be even better because this one's super thin, so it'll stay more moist inside. And then our caper aioli for the top and the pickled onion. Oh, just gonna really brighten everything up. You're allergic to cat dander. Oh no. Yeah, I was gonna say, Sam will tell you either a Russian blue or a Bengal. Sphinxes. The Sphinx. Okay, our mayo. Can remove our whisk now. And I'm gonna pack probably most of this away into some deli cups to keep it in the fridge. And then fresh mayo, I wouldn't keep for more than about a week, I would say. Because there's fresh egg yolks in there, so try and use it up relatively quickly. And we'll do a little bit in this container with the capers. Because I know we have some extra salmon cakes that I'll be eating throughout the week, so I'll make a bit extra caper aioli as well. Boom. These little guys. So if you guys have wondered what a caper is, it actually comes from a plant, and it's the bud of a plant. So anyone familiar with nasturtiums, is I actually have them all planted on each end of my garden boxes outside. So I'll show you guys how the plants look. But they take the bud of the nasturtium before the flower opens, and then they brine it in like a salt brine. So really salty and briny, but super good with seafood, especially like fattier fishes like salmon. So good. Will that mayo set a bit more in the fridge? Yes. Yeah, it hasn't really sat too long in the fridge yet at all. And it should thicken up. I think this is a beautiful, like, light mayo though to serve with those salmon cakes. And if you wanted it thicker, you could always just put a bit more oil in too. Yeah, you're wondering how stuff like capers were found. What was the trial and error? There's so many foods that we eat, right? That it's like, how did this become a thing? We could have even chopped up some capers and put them in the salmon cakes too. And a little goes a long way for sure. So that's about a tablespoon. Gonna be lots and lots for us to use in there. Christopher Collects Raid. Welcome, guys. How did the coin collecting go today? Anything exciting? Hey, Definite. Baby Orca, that's what you think? Same process as olives. That's true, Bonkman. Foodies. A few Olympic. Cool. Pure mint. Three Olympics. That is awesome. So guys, today we are making some salmon cakes from a salmon I caught, well, last year. And we just finished forming the cakes. I put them in the fridge so they can set up a touch before we fry them. And to go along with the cakes, we made some homemade mayo as well on stream, first thing. And I'm chopping up some capers to put into that mayo with a little bit of lemon juice. Capers are briny and salty and really good with fatty fish. Carl Goo, thank you for the follow. Send some over to Scotland. Yeah, I know you guys like salmon too, hey? You've got the munchies. That is the worst. Okay, mix up our chopped capers into there, and then it's beneficial that we do this a touch earlier so it can sit and absorb the flavor. And the only other thing I'm gonna do for a touch of brightness is a little bit of lemon zest and juice. Mon the salmon. Hi, Minute Man. How's the day going? Definite. Thanks for the follow as well. We don't have to zest the entire lemon. Let's get about a teaspoon worth of zest. Like that. Then all you gotta do is take your microplane, turn it over, and tap out the zest. Nice and clean. And then to loosen up the juice in the lemon, we roll it on the board And I don't even think I'll need half. Just gonna cut a touch off the end here. Yeah, hey look, Bonkman. It's like you just got a microplane too. Exactly. Stir that up and we'll give it a taste. Feeling good about it though. Mmm. It's not too salty or too briny, but we can definitely taste the caper. Really, really good. And the lemon kind of just balanced it out. Is we taste the lemon, but not the acid, which is why we added a touch of zest. All right, so now we have some extra mayo to label and go in the fridge. May 17th. And we'll put this guy in the fridge too while we're waiting. And real quick, for all of my Christopher peeps, these were our salmon cakes that we just finished forming up. Super, super nice. Okay, now we're gonna pop outside. Pick some of our salad greens. And then whip up our salad. You're very curious to see the inside of the fridge. Today is not a good day to see in there. It's like usually by the time Sunday hits in this place the fridge is packed with like all of the leftovers that I've been making from stream. And then by the time like Thursday rolls around in the week, the fridge is pretty much empty except condiments and stuff. So we really try and like switch over the fridge every single week, and that way everything stays fresh. There will be a time though, I think something like a fridge tour and a pantry tour is better suited to like a YouTube video, I would say. So that's something that I've been thinking about doing for you guys instead. Okay, let's see this outside. Should be good. I'll just refresh it one more time. You're looking for organization? You suspect I'm one of those like me. Place for everything. Oh, totally. Yeah, totally. A basic essentials and basic needs. Yeah, totally. That's what I'm thinking at least. There is so much content that we can produce though. There's always something new going on. Okay, grab our kitchen shears. And I'll grab our little salad spinner basket. It's actually really nice out now. Just gotta lift the net. We're gonna pick from the first 3 rows here today. We have a couple of different head lettuces and then an Asian mustard green called Mizuna that I really love to grow because it's super quick turnaround. It's one thing that grows like a weed and it's really versatile too. And then this other lettuce blend there, kind of in these rows, is more of like a hot weather blend. So we have stuff like arugula, some other types of mustard greens. And all of this is from a local organic farm. So this was all seedlings that we bought. I think we got six heads of lettuce for like $6 or something. And this was all seeded in. Same with the spinach and the kale there. Just gonna see if I can get Sam's phone so I can read chat with you guys. Can I just borrow that for now?
Yeah.
Same with the spinach and the kale there. Just gonna see if I can get Sam's phone so I can read chat with you guys. Sound. Yeah, I had to steal Sam's phone from him. I'll see if we can get closer view as well. Kind of zoom in on this. Okay. Maybe this guy, telephoto. Yeah. So red leaf and green leaf. And then if we look right here, these are my little nasturtiums, and they are super, super beneficial to plant in the garden, is they actually attract most pests that will try and eat your vegetables before you. So I planted 4 nasturtium plants on each end of the bed, and it worked so, so good last year. So stuff like black flies and aphids are really attracted to that. Okay, I think that's a good view. So I'm just gonna fill up my little salad spinner basket. Guys, feel free to ask any questions and I'll try and answer them. Yeah, almost enough plants to be classed as a nature sanctuary. I think a lot of people are just very passionate about growing stuff and like taking care of the land here is, well, if you've ever heard anything about Vancouver Island, a lot of people call it like a granola hippie kind of place. But I think it's a positive. So all I do,
The best one I've ever had.
salmon cake?
Yeah.
Yes, Sammy. Sammy's happy with the salmon cake. So instead of me just cutting off this entire head of lettuce to keep it growing throughout the summer, I just pick off the outer leaves and let the inner leaves keep growing. Black Swiss, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. And these lettuces are bigger than they seem. It's deceiving how much lettuce is actually here. Salad for many weeks to come. And we're just gonna try and get a little bit from each head. And the more we pick, the more it's gonna grow. But fresh lettuce is one thing that is so expensive to buy in the store. So even if you can just grow something like this at home, really helpful on the budget. And lettuce grows very well in containers too. So if you only have a balcony or something like that, totally fine. Let's get some of these nice little red leaves. I know. The basket's already full. The salad spinner. Okay guys, who needs lettuce? There's actually a thing here on the islands, guys, is if you can produce X amount of food from your household, you can get a grant for the government because you're like helping the food supply source here. So a lot of people have like little farm stands at their houses. I would love to do that eventually down the line. Just grow a little bit for other people too. think I'll probably end up doing 2 basketfuls. Because I know Sammy loves his salad. Right, Sammy?
I like salad.
I said I'll probably need 2 baskets full.
Not one heaping one should be good. Are you putting other stuff in the salad?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah.
Carrot, or sorry, cucumber, tomato, some feta. How long does it take for regrowing? So in the middle of the summer, let's say like we took all this lettuce out and it was just bare soil and we put new seeds in. Usually takes about 4 weeks for the new stuff to come up. And yeah, everything is pesticide free. Torino, I've been seeing your Instagram photos of your little indoor garden. It's doing really good. So these little plant babies with the round circular leaves, this is the nasturtium plant where we get capers from. And we can eat this entire plant too. The leaves, the flowers, the buds, everything. So really versatile. Is obviously they're really small now, but in the middle of summer, I love to throw some nasturtium leaves in salad mix too. Dust is, my dad and Sam built all of these garden beds out of cedar. And I think this is probably going to be what my dad kind of ends up doing when he retires, is building these for people. My camera that I'm using, so that's my iPhone Pro Max 11. That's the outside cam. Yeah, borage is I put a couple borage seeds over in the other part of the yard, but have not seen them pop up yet. That's such a beautiful plant. Okay, let's keep cutting here. Just trying to keep updated with you guys. But we are almost done. And actually really happy that it rained this morning because it kind of washed the lettuce for us already. And I'm gonna say that these will grow like this for like a good month before they start to go to seed. And that's when we'll have to replace them with something else. Check out that nice little bin. And now this stuff, we'll do a little bit, some Mizuna, mustard green that we can eat raw or cooked. And it is very hardy as well, as it grows all through the winter. We can pick from it. It's got a touch of spice since it's a mustard green, but it is the most mild out of all varieties. That, well, since this arugula, or is that radish? That's a radish in there. I'll grab a couple pieces of arugula because I know that's good with salmon too. And baby arugula, way better than overgrown stuff. This little curly guy is called wasabina, so that's another mustard green, a bit more spicy than Mizuna. And I'm gonna say I learned the most about all of these vegetables is when I was working at a local restaurant here. We got supplies from all of the farms. Very interesting. Sizella, thank you for the follow. And mostly Bex, hi. Hi, hi. And Cabri. Who is Ryan? Ryan Getzlaff, hockey player. Yeah, we got Rocket, exactly. Arugula, Rocket, whatever you want to call it. And then the spinach is mostly used in all of the smoothies. So I don't know if I can make it over there, but I think so. And it's really popped up this week too. So those are those 2 rows. So nice. Okay, friends. Garden complete. And for all of you that love hot peppers, there they are. So 5 pepper plants. We'll make some hot sauce in the fall. All right, thanks for the fun garden stream. Let's go wash this up and have some lunch. Smells so good inside. We got the greens. Yeah, hot sauce, something for your partner. I'm glad that you guys enjoy that, because there's also a part of me that's kind of thinks like, maybe you guys think I'm a hippie too, right? Because a lot of people my age are not growing food for themselves. But I just want to show that it really is not hard, and it's so beneficial. Even if you just grow a couple herbs, it'll really help down the line. Okay, I'm gonna wash this up. I'll probably take a couple leaves out first. We'll do it in kind of 2 batches. So nice little rinse with cold water, and then we'll spin it off, and we will start assembling our salad and cooking our salmon cakes. Yeah, growing herbs in pots is for sure the place to start for gardening. Hi, Cheese. Good to see you, man. How's the weekend been? And yeah, this is so expensive in the store, right? Like, what are you paying for the little bin of salad greens? Probably $5 a time, at least. Yeah, the supermarket plants, so definitely look at the label, because a lot of the seedlings that you can buy from the supermarkets are grown GMO. They're not certified organic, so they have already sprayed those plants with pesticides. Whether that affects you as it grows, I don't know. You're checking out stuff?
Check out
Whoa!
the stuff.
What is this view? That's a Kate butt view. Holy! No
This
warning.
is the pantry. Going into the fridge. Whoa,
Oh gosh.
we're good. Still good.
Never seen this angle. This is a first. But yeah, that's my jam-packed fridge.
That is the fridge.
Way too much
Organized,
going
though.
on in there right now.
Still organized.
It's pretty organized.
Got the sauces. Milk should be down there.
Yeah,
Got vegetables, got fruits, and then the stacks on stacks on stacks.
yeah. The cheese shelf. This
Yeah.
is the shelf of cheeses.
Cheeses. You got yogurts, butter,
Yeah.
condiments of sorts, other sauces. Then you got hot sauces. You got baking supplies. Milk should
They
be
can't
there.
quite see it. But yeah, this shelf, that's all hot sauces.
Yeah.
That's Sammy's collection. You guys loving that or what?
And then you go this way.
Oh, the
And
pantry
there's the
even.
other pantry.
He's really going
You got
for
some
it.
Chip-Reese,
Chip-Reese, that's
Yeah.
nacho cheese.
the baking shelf, some other sweet shelf. You got supply shelf. See? And then all the like stuff. Good to go.
Good to go?
That's all of it.
Yeah, kettle chips or nothing.
Bam.
We'll switch to the full cutting board, guys. There we go. Okay, so I've washed up the first little bit of greens. We're gonna plate it in a nice little salad bowl. Kettle chips are the best, right? And they were on sale. What were they, 2 for $5?
5. Where's your case at?
This is why we spin our greens, because if we leave all that water on the lettuce, well, our dressing's not going to stay on. It'll just run right off. So I actually like to spin twice. Get it really nice and dry. You want a pantry with roll-out shelving in your kitchen cabinets. Rented a house that had one. It was so convenient. I have a couple of like pull-out shelves here, like with my baking stuff. Super handy, but they're really expensive. Like really, really expensive to install. You just bought a pack of kettle chips, Orca, and you don't like them? What? How is there still dirt on here? What is it that you don't like about it? Okay, so now take our leaves and then I'm just gonna tear it up to like nice bite-sized pieces. Some people will tell you that cutting lettuce is better than tearing it. Some people will say the opposite. Do whatever works for you, friends. Salt and honey barbecue. I don't really love the honey barbecue ones for kettle chips. But yeah, salt or like salt and vinegar, so good. Or the sour cream and onion. Yeah, the salt and cracked pepper, so good. I like chips, can you guys tell? Great tour from Ryan. Man, if my dad ever saw you like talking about Ryan Getzlaff in chat, you'd be his favorite person. He loves the Oilers, Cabri. Oots brand. We don't get very many brands of kettle chips here. We get Kettle and Miss Vicky's. Ooh, yeah, chips with no added sugar to balance out all that salt, right? The lettuce was so juicy that it just hit me in the eye. Excuse me. Veggie ones? That's really filling up this bowl. Now you get to watch the other half. Vioon! You clean the kitchen, you stomp some noobs in Overwatch, the world is good again. That's great to hear, dude. So you're just in a little bit of a mood now, though. Are the salmon cakes done? Are they still ovening? They're chillin'. Yeah, exactly, Bonkman. They be chillin'. We will be cooking them in a couple minutes though. We'll start. Okay, I'll check it out, baby orca. Who's my favorite hockey team? I'm gonna stick with the Oilers, but I don't really have a team that I follow anymore. I definitely used to be into sports more when I was young and had like time to play them and watch them. Not so much into sports anymore. Who knows? Things could change as I get older. I just really don't have the time currently. Sad to say. It's not very Canadian of me at all, is it? Just the feeling of this lettuce, it's so crisp as well. Super nice. You guys too, Cabri? Okay, so I'm not the only person then. Please tell me that I'm not alone. Okay, gather up the Mizuna and the arugula or rocket, whatever you want to call it. And then I think we will chop those because they're a bit harder to tear. If you're a Bruins fan, you say, not today, Montreal. Not today. I think Sammy's a Leafs fan. That's Sammy's team of choice because he grew up in Ontario. He's definitely not an Oilers fan, I know that. Okay, now everything's torn up and chopped up. Just give that a toss to distribute all of our different little lettuces. Looking so good. All right, next up, I want to put some kind of seed on here or a nut, especially when we're doing it with cheese. And I thought that some sunflower seeds would be super good with like our creamy herb ranch dressing. So pro tip, you just want to toast those up first. I suppose I'll turn on the oven for that, much as I don't want to heat it up again. And we'll just spread out a little bit of those onto a little pie pan and then let them toast up until they're golden brown. Yeah, toasted sunflower seeds with feta and like tomato and cucumber. I love the crunch and the nuttiness of it. It says that these are already roasted, but I'm gonna even take them further. And then same thing with the breadcrumbs. I always keep nuts and seeds in the freezer. They stay more fresh. All right, other ingredients going onto this salad. I got some cucumber. Grab out the goat feta and then just gotta grab some tomatoes from the other side. BRB, like 20 seconds. Yeah, so Bonkman can confirm that if you keep nuts in the freezer, they don't go rancid as fast, especially with the higher fat nuts, right? Because it's the fat that's gonna go bad before the rest of the seed or nut. back. Yeah, the freezer. I mean, the fridge would still be better than room temperature, right? Take this little guy. And this little guy. Little hot host tomatoes that are grown here in greenhouses year round, which I'm so happy about because I don't think I could live without tomato in my life for like X amount of months. Thanks, Cabri. You keep yours in the cupboards, baby Orca? They never last long. Max a week or 2 to 3 and then they're used up. That's really good. Yeah, I mean, if you use them up nice and quick, that's the best. Keep it nice and fresh, right? Slice up this cucumber. Long English. And then I like to come back across and slice it again down the center lengthwise. And then I just do little pieces. You watched my bike? I'm spoiled. Thanks, Sammy. It just didn't look right, did it?
Nope.
Beside yours?
Didn't get it.
Now we can spread that out. Usually do the cucumber first on top of the greens. It gives this nice contrast. And then I do the tomato on top. Pop those sunflower seeds in, and then literally should only need like 3 to 5 minutes is my guess. All right, our tomatoes, not the most ripe currently. But maybe it tastes better than it looks. It still does taste like a tomato, not cardboard. You have a discussion and a dispute with your sister. She wants watery tomato and you rather enjoy a more pithy one that doesn't end up as liquid on the plate. Yeah, so you would love this. I like mine somewhere in the middle. I don't love when they're so watery and like mush, but I do like them more firm, where it kind of like bursts in your mouth instead of losing all the juice on the cutting board. You prefer Romas. Okay, Bonkman. That makes sense. I'm growing a couple different varieties this year. One of them's like a sweetheart variety, so it's gonna be yellow in the shape of a heart. So exciting. Okay, slice all of these in half. And we'll come back across. Just do nice little chunks. Yeah, San Marzano, or just go home, Cheese says. Yo, he is passionate about that. I don't know if those are fighting words. Hi, Helquin. Good to see you today. Heirlooms, I think, are better for like salad preparations. Whereas, yeah, Romas are typically used the most in sauces, but that doesn't mean they're not good in salads still. A nice garden salad today. Baby Orca, your tomatoes are more water than anything else? What? Okay. Actually think those are good. So check them out. Our sunflower seeds. You can't really tell, but they have released a touch of oil. So that's a good sign. That means they are toasting up. I'm gonna go one more minute. You can go more roasty toasty. I'm gonna take it to where it's golden brown. And then while the sunflower seeds are cooling, this is the goat feta I get. I believe this was from Costco. And goat feta, I just can digest it so much easier than cow feta. And I just love the flavor of goat feta, actually. And then only real rule is to not contaminate it. I'm actually just gonna break this up so it can stay submerged in the brine. Get a good chunk like that. Maybe like that. Okay. Done. Beauty. Nice golden brown. Just let those cool off. So this is a really cool thing about this brand that I really, really like. So on their feta container, they give you the recipe to make more brine if it's not covering the cheese, because as soon as the cheese kind of comes out of the brine is it wants to go bad. So yeah, just make a little extra brine. Super easy, right? I just saw someone's comment. Wait, there's such thing as cow's feta? You must be European. Because yeah, goat feta is like a specialty here. You only have the sheep's version. So much better. Crumble that up. I like bigger chunks of feta. I don't like to get it really, really fine. Good hit of creaminess for sure. And now I'm gonna turn on our pans for our salmon cakes. Do a nice medium high heat to get them rolling. We're just waiting for our sunflower seeds to cool off. Here are all of the salmon cakes that we formed, and we've just been chilling them for what, guys? Maybe around an hour now, which is really good actually. And then they firmed up so we can easily pick them up and flip them around in the pan. The end is near. Hey DJ Joseph, how's it going? I know, I didn't want to kind of make this more of a Greek salad, Dust Pirate, but we do have calamatas. Just trying to keep it more like fresh kind of garden salad this time. Baby Orca, being lactose intolerant, feta and mozza are the only white cheeses you can have. You can have like cow's matzah, or do you have to have like the buffalo matzah? And you can have yellow cheeses, you can have old Gouda. So yeah, I have heard that people with lactose issues is the aged cheeses are actually better for them. You're so welcome, Cabri. Thanks for hanging out with us. Things are going great today, DJ Joseph. Calamatas? Perfect. Put those guys over here. Finish this off.
Oh,
Castrovillanos. See, that would be perfect on here for sure, Bonkman. Because then that wouldn't be as Greek.
do we have any?
I think we're all out, Sammy.
Polished off.
Yeah. But yeah, cheese, nuts, olives. Great combos. Hey, Fit Kiernan. How's it going? What's happening in America? Hopefully not much. And then we have our homemade buttermilk ranch dressing from Friday's stream. Oh no, Hellquinn, you lost them all. And then typically a salad like this, I don't dress the whole thing. I leave the dressing on the side and then I let everyone just pick their own bowl of salad and dress it like that. Because I find if we dressed all of this and we didn't eat all of it, it would be soggy and unedible by the morning because the acid in the salad dressing will start breaking down the delicate lettuce leaves. Yeah, I'm sorry, baby orca. Buttermilk? Let's pop over here a sec. I think it's time. Should hear somewhat of a sizzle when we put this in. Perfect. And now these will not grow in size. If anything, they'll shrink a bit. So I think I can get 5 in each pan. Maybe even 6 actually. And then we don't want the cakes to be touching each other either. One glass of milk a day is your limit, or some cheese. At least you can have a little bit though still. Nice, DJ Joseph. You've been working on raising money for No Kids Hungry. So no kid goes hungry in America. Yeah, no touching the cakes because they're gonna be stuck to the pan right now. So we don't want to try and lift them up. So you gotta drop them and then just leave them. I think we could have squeezed them all on if I left a bit more room. I have one left that has no home. All right, so now the heat is down to medium because we don't want to brown it faster than we can cook it all the way through. Oh, you've almost raised 1,000 so far. That's really good. Stream elements, just being a Karen today. Yeah, you gotta let that Maillard happen so that they crust up. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick photo of their salad before we plate it up, since we have some time while the salmon's cooking. Closer. What's up, Sammy? Yush. Okay, now I'm gonna try and peek. Oh, yep. It lifts off nicely. We go for the flip. It's staying together. Everything is good. Ouch. Careful the steam coming up in between the cakes. It's not often I get ouched on stream. Every now and then, though. Surprise. Oh, little flake fell off there. Just press it back in, it might stay. Hey, there's one pan. Yeah, they got singles. You chefs with little to no temperature sensitivity. I don't know any other way to flip stuff. How else would you do it? Nah, we'd wreck the cake. Cause I like this little guy.
Oh, I can't help you, Chef.
I am so happy with these. Seriously, friends. Yeah, depends on what you need to turn. Okay, so for this plate up, do I want anything underneath? I don't think so. I think we're just gonna do the salmon cakes, a little drop of aioli, and then the pickled red onion for some color. I'm gonna turn this pan off so I can finish. You don't overcook it. And we'll just put that to the back burner now because it's almost done. Just grabbing those onions. What do you guys feel about some pickled jalapeno, maybe? A little spice could be nice. I got mixed pickles. I got things to choose. These guys are done as well. Turn that off. Jans56, thank you for the follow. Oh no, what's going on with Elkin? What's happening, Kev? Last thing we need for plating up our salmon cakes, our caper and lemon aioli. And to be really, really fancy with this, I'm just gonna get a little squeeze bottle. So I want like a nice little dollop of mayo, so come in with this. This is the chef's trick. We don't need a ton, so we don't have to fill up the whole bottle if you don't want to. And then the only other thing is you can decide how big you want your bottle spout to be. So I usually go something like this. Cut it on the bias so it opens it up a bit more. Got double the size. All right. We got all of our garnishes as well. Let's check out our beautiful skillet of salmon cakes. I'm thinking three. 3 per plate. We'll follow what Ina did. Because, well, pro tip for everyone for plating at home, everything is better in odd numbers. This is something we're taught in school. And we can't really move them once we plate them, so we better be sure of where we got them set. I think that looks good. Oh yeah, an egg on there? Yes. All right, so next up is our aioli, and then we just do a little dollop of whatever pickle you want on there. So caper lemon aioli. It's gonna like really squirt out. There's a piece of caper stuck in there. We gotta open the bottle a bit more. Salmon. There we go.
Those are some good cakes.
So depending on how fine you chop the capers, it's either gonna squeeze out of the bottle or not. Careful. And yeah, that's definitely looking like it's homemade, right? Homemade red onion pickle. It looks like an egg yolk, kind of, hey? Just let that fall onto the salmon cake. You can see that I cut mine like really delicate and fine because I typically am using this as a garnish. Get back on there. And then watch when we put the jalapeno on here. Just really brighten it up. So I'll go for a smaller piece of the pickled jalapeno. Just pop it right on there. Just the pickled onion. I'm using tweezers right now, so I'm keeping all of my pickles clean. I think I'm good, guys. I think I'm really happy with that. Honestly, this is something that's better kept simple. hell's going on with my phone? There we go. Okay, once again, quick photo. They're cute. Thanks. I'll let Sammy dig into these with me, and then I'll just make a little thing with salad. Or you're good? Okay. Let's try everything, guys. So there's our cakes. Cakes. Yeah, needs more hot sauce. What are you mmming already?
The ranch with the nuts.
The ranch with the nuts, he says. I know, I can't eat salad on a plate. Homemade buttermilk ranch from herbs from the garden. Simple as that. A nice, healthy meal today. I guess I'll eat the salad first. Salmon cakes are probably rockin' hot still anyways. So let's taste how this all came together. I don't think I've made a salad like this yet for Sam and I. Mmm.
You can taste the difference in the greens.
Totally. Picture, I got a picture with the salad whole, and I got a picture with the cakes. How long does the homemade ranch last in the fridge? I wouldn't go longer than like a week and a half. Yeah, Sammy eats veggies. He's such a good veggie eater. I love the goat feta in there too. The difference in the greens. So what Sam was commenting on is you can taste the difference of our homegrown lettuce compared to the heads of lettuce we've been buying in the store, which tastes so much more bitter, right? So bitter. And so lettuce gets bitter when you let it grow really big, right? So that's what happens a lot for food production is we're trying to get the most yield out of it, but maybe we don't get the best flavor in that way. So picking your greens when they're nice and small, so much better. Okay, I'm gonna do this little guy here.
Like that would be a $5 box of greens.
Yeah. Yeah, that was $5 worth of greens. Are people adding tons of sugar and preservatives to make it taste better? Well, yeah, that's where your store-bought dressings come in that are loaded with sugar and preservatives and salt, where it kind of masks the taste. That's just me though. I mean, you guys let me know what you think on that too. Got even better as it sat. Yum. I want more mayo. It's so good. Try with some onion.
Man.
I didn't get the spice or anything from the jalapeno pickle. Pickled onion goes so much better with this. And I love the caper. Oh my God. What is going on? He licked the plate.
That was good.
I guess it was good.
That was good.
It's super good. I've been craving salmon for a bit now. This was a good preparation for the last of it, like the tail piece, which is not the best.
So good.
I mean, so yeah, taking that guy out to eat there has been times where we're like in a fine dining restaurant. I'm like, Sam, please don't lick the plate here in the dining room. Like I have to ask nicely so he doesn't lick the plate. Please don't. Please. Yeah, lick it clean and then we don't gotta do the dishes. And he's still coming into my food. What is going on here?
With the pickled jalapeno and the onion.
So good. Did you not put that on yours?
Nope.
You're crazy.
I like mine just the way it was.
Thanks, Nike. Yeah, pro plate cleaner. The next clip we'll do with Posh cleaning a plate. He has a new fave dish? I don't think this is in his top. Top. It was just really satisfying. Reminds you of the good old days?
Yep.
Love it.
When I first met the new.
Yep. Okay. We are wrapping it up. Wow, that went by so quick today. Yeah, who cleaned it best? Exactly, hey? Only a 3-hour stream, not a 5-hour. Quite nice. And now you guys get to enjoy the rest of your day as well. I'm looking for someone to raid. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Night baby orca, yeah, it's 11:15 p.m. there. Night night, it's 2:15 p.m. here. Aw, thank you so much, Steel. I always try to plate my dishes with a nice amount of color because, well, the first thing we do is look at our food.
Do
Food experiments on?
Yep.
Okay. Yes, I'm in. Okay, guys, we're gonna go raid someone that I don't even know if we've raided him before. Food and drink streamer. Can't remember which country he's from, but he is from Europe. And so his job is developing food for like big companies. Sam, do you remember the company he works for? Is it Heinz?
I don't remember.
I believe it was Heinz or something like that, but feel free to ask him. And he does all sorts of scientific things with food. So he really like divulges deep into it, almost like an Alton Brown thing. And he's got really cute kitties too. Kitties. All right. Yeah, kitties. So cute, his kitties. Thanks, friends, for everything today. I hope you enjoyed this stream. We did a little bit of gardening. We had some healthier dishes. Yeah, stay safe. And we will be back next Friday. I've kind of been dabbling in the menu for next week already. And I'm thinking for Friday already, 40 clove chicken, and we're gonna be making pasta by hand, or a chieti, a tough one. But I feel like Fridays is my time to really focus. Sam's not at home, and we can play around. Yeah, that's for you, Bonkman. Yeah, we're all oddballs. Okay, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I stream on Twitch, guys. 11 a.m. Pacific time is when I start every day. And just stay tuned in our Discord and on Twitch for the next menu to be posted. Hope you guys have a wonderful night, day, afternoon, and week. Stay safe out there, stay healthy, and we'll see you later. Thanks for everything today, friends. Love you guys so much. Bye. Let's go see Food Experiment. Ed is his name. Take care, friends.